Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So, I've got a little one sheet wonder for you. This is not my idea. This was from Julie from Camellia Crafts. She made this last week and I had come to my desk to prep to film, watch the video whilst I was prepping everything and didn't film what I intended to. I I just made this, and I think it's really cute. She used one sheet and said you could mix and match if you had several. So that's what I did. I mixed and matched. I cut up 3 sheets to make 3 different ones. But this is, so she used single-sided paper because you're only going to see one side. But I've used double-sided, and it's thicker, so I think it works better with it being thinner. It's not my cup of tea, this paper. It's pink, but I quite liked it for having something to practice on. So you've got a pocket here, and so it's 4 pockets, isn't it? So it's pocket there, so a trifold 4-pocketed thingamajig. So it could pop in a journal, could be a bit of happy mail. And then that one goes all the way full length. And then that one, just a wee one. So the tags obviously don't come from the one sheet, but all the pockets and everything is from one sheet. And on her video, I'll link it down below, she has done the sizes for, so it's from an A4 sheet or a letter size sheet. So she did have a ribbon around, but that's disappeared. So yeah, so I thought, well, let's make it again. And I found this paper, which I think I might use, although now I've pulled this paper out, I can't use it because it's the wrong direction. I was thinking this could start me in a steampunky thing, but it's the wrong direction. Clocks are going the wrong way. Oh, actually, they're all over the place, really. Yeah, we'll stick with it. We'll do the one with the wee ones. So, I'm using A4. I say she used both size, letter size and A4 size. And sort of cut them in about the same place. Was it 5.5? Yeah. So, she cut down 5.5. Did she? She did. So let me just, you know, I did it ages ago and then I've forgotten. Yeah, that's 5.5 as well. Oh, right. Sun interrupted me then, but it did give me a chance to have a look and check. So, cutting it at 5.5. And then we're going to fold it in half. Maybe fold it in half the other way, Jez. Fold it in half. And then fold these up to the middle, but not quite. So not exactly touching, so that it folds easily. So I like to use the little butt thing there. So that's completely butted up against that stopper. So I'm just going to pull back slightly. Actually, we'll get rid. So, just the other side of the crease. Like so. And then it'll fold that way nicely. And then we've got this, which is narrower than that, which is fine for the pocket. So we're going to end up with a slightly narrower pocket. I think that's the problem with, should have cut it slightly smaller for A4, but that's fine. I'll slip a little bit off, so that's not a problemo. And then we've got a pocket there and a pocket there, which will, yeah, it don't work with 5.5 with A4. I'll do something else with that. So might do 5.25 with A4. Let's just look at this. Yeah, so that makes that just a tad wider. Yeah, 5.25 if you're using A4 is what you need. Julie might have said that, and I just didn't take any notice, because it's been a week since I did it. Now this is something Julie did. I mean, I do this for two reasons. One, I find white paper offensive, and two, lets you see the middle line. So we're putting that up to a little bit away from that middle line. So that that will fold over and not be encumbered. There we go. So that is going to be a pocket, so it needs a little divot in the top. So take a little punch and do a little divot like so. We have the bit we've cut off, which will need a slight bit taken off to go down here, but that's okay. So this needs trimming off at 5.25, so it's the right height. So it's the right height for this, but we need to trim a little bit off the end because that going on there, it's a wee bit too long. So let me just stick that on the end there. Just want to get an idea of how much needs to be took off. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a pencil mark there. Bring in my small trimmer and cut that little sliver off. Do remember Julie doing this now. So now that can go on there, and that's fine. So I'm just going to make a little mark there where the centre is, so I can centre this ish. go on there, and then we've got these two here, so we can cut them into pockets. Again, we need to slice a smidge off them, so I'm going to fold it in half. So we can just, so we want a little smidge, so they'll fit in. Smidge more, Jess. Smidge more. Could have done the pencil trick, but didn't. And the mind you is smidge more. Yeah. And then we'll, which way's up and which way's down. Has actually got words in the background. So that's the right way up. That's the right way up. So putting them together, and we'll cut both pocket slots out at the same time so they're in the right place. So that'll get glued in there, that'll get glued in there, and it overlaps a bit. Perfect. That's what I like. Right, so going to do a little bit of inking around everywhere. So this is your one sheet. So that little smidge that we took off is what's left over of your one sheet, and then you need a bit more for decorating to make your tags and things. So, and the only bit of the underneath that you'll see is at the joins, and then where these divots have come out. So all we need to do is do a bit of that there, do a bit of that there, and do a bit of that there. So then when that's stuck on, you'll not see it. But we do need to go around all the edges so we don't want any white showing. So this is quite lightweight paper. This was in a paper pack that I got years and years and years ago. I think it was Do Crafts. So, I don't know, might be 120. It's really not that thick at all. But you don't want, it's going to be an insert in the journal, you don't want it thick and bulky, which is what I thought about the other one that I made. That will be better for a standalone sort of happy mail. It's not ideal for popping in the journal. Anyway, I'm just going to carry on inking and I'll keep quiet. So that's them all done. They're going to go on there, and then we're going to have these two on there. And like, you could mix and match so that they're not all the same paper. So if you had two sort of matching, well, you know, complemented, then that would work nice. So I'm just going to put glue up the edge there and along the bottom so that that pocket glues nice. And then this needs to go along the three sides, and actually quite like to just do that just in case you see a bit of white. I would hate to offend. I haven't done it on the inside of that one because I stuck it down before I thought about it. There. Stick this down. Got a bit of wiggle. And then we're going to... So, this is where you got to decide. You could have two short pockets, little tags, or you could just glue this down two sides and it will take a long tag, which is what I'm going to do. And then this way we're going to go on the three sides, and then that gives you the bottom of this pocket as well as the bottom of this pocket. So that is basis. It's really thin, and then it's just a matter of making your tags and decorating, but it's quite a cute little insert. So I do have, I mean, it's not that you'd want to make a tag out of the same bit, but I do have this bit. So got a bit of craft card that just happens to be sat on my desk. So it is, we're going to allow for the glue, so I might go 2.5 wide. So they are 5.25, so we're going to go 5 because there'll be glue at the bottom. 5 by 2.5. That's what I'm thinking will fit. Yep. Yep. This could be a little bit wider, but it needs to be a bit shorter. So 2 5 by 2.5. Right, this one can be, let's go 2 3/4, but we'll shave a bit off. I'll do 4 3/4 because it's got glue top and bottom. So that's going in there quite nicely. But I'm going to take a smidge off that. So I'm going to meet in the middle there. And then we just need a little one. I've got, I'll use this bit here. Yeah. So let me just, I made a card base out of this, but it's not quite long enough for that. So what do we say, 2.5 wide. Shall we go 3.5, 3.5 tall. We're in there. Yeah, so that's my tag bases. That was pretty painless. Right, let's make them tag shaped. So here we go. Yeah, we'll go big. I'll do the big one. Yeah. These kind of fly everywhere, and I kind of catch them. It's like catch them in my pocket and things. Just round the corners, because as Julie says, sharp corners are offensive. I think this is a different card actually. This is a lot flimsier. There we go. So that pop in there. That'll pop in there. And pop in there and there. So that bit's alright. So even with them on, it's getting a little bit bulkier, but it's still really thin. So then we want a little bit of a decoration. So I'm not sure that I've got much, to be honest. Right, am I going to cover these? Yeah. So let's do, these were 2.5. I'm going to go a little bit precise. I'm going to go 2 1/4. I'm going to cut that down to about there. See if I can see that crease up there, Jess. So what's that about? It's about there. There. That's quite, that needs to go that way, but that's what I want. So I'll do this one the same. Resting that on the edge. Now, it would be right spooky if that was the right size for this, wouldn't it? It's good enough for me. So then we want one for this. This one's a bit shorter and a bit wider. I'm rubbish there. Just totally had a mind block what I was doing. Yeah, I'm going to go 2 3/8. I don't really want to take it all the way down because I don't want to waste all of that. Forgotten already how wide this is. So we're going to go to there. I think we might do 4. Yeah, that'll do. I've actually cut it narrower than that. Oh dear, I don't know how I did that. Anyway, it will do. It will do. I'm going to round the corners at the bottom. Might round them at the top actually. Why not? And fit on there nice. And of course they all need inking. Right, so I'm just going to glue these in place and make sure I get the writing it the right way. So that's them ready. So now we just need a bit of decoration. So I'm going to have to go and find where I've put my sort of steampunky themed ephemera for decorating this. Okay, so I've got all my bibs and bobs ready and they're all inked and we're all prepped to get going. It is the next day. I've had blood tests this morning. So yeah. So I've got bits. These ones here are from, I've got a Victorian illustration book. So I just cut out the things that I thought would go steampunky. Trouble is, it's printed on both sides, so you have to like sacrifice the other side when you get them. So I thought they were quite cool. I got different kits and different things that I've got myself. So I've got a bit of Tracy Fox in here, and then just bits and bobs that I've sourced myself from Tinterweb and printed. I've got a few tickets and Tracy labels. We'll see where we're gonna go. The tags I have prepped a bit. So I've just got the one to do. So I'll show you what I did. Did make a bit of a rookie mistake in that because the tag don't poke out is a bit cumbersome, so I may actually remove that. Or I suppose I could swap them over, except this is bigger, isn't it? Yeah, that one's bigger. And that one's wider for in there. So yeah, I'm just gonna take that off. Anyway, so made me hole punches, my hole reinforcers. I just used my Crocodile and a 1/2 inch circle punch for those. And then I just do my old in there, get a little bit of glue. I'll glue round the hole, take one of the enforcers. I have inked the outside, and then I do the same on the back, and that's how they kind of line up together. I have added to my Christmas wish list some dies with different shaped hole reinforcers. And then, because I like a bit of colour on the inside, makeup applicators, really good for getting in small places, and you can just go in the hole and it inks the inside of the hole. These, cheap as chips, get them in packs. Can't remember how many in the pack, but I think it was £1 or £1.50. Wilkinson's, although Wilkinson's in most places sadly is not around, but you can get them in other places. I'm sure Superdrug will sell them. So yeah, they're very handy to have in your arsenal. And then I've got my little tea-dyed twine here, and actually I'll just use this one. I'm gonna undo this one because I can't use it, and we'll just transfer it to this. So I thought it was cute, just add a little bow. Don't have to tie bow if you don't want to. I like to. Oh, you know. Oh, there's a knot in it, Jez. Well, I didn't realise. Well, you know now. There we go. Back of my hand slightly sore. So, yes, it's not usual to go in the back of your hand to get blood out, but I don't have any veins that you can get blood out up my arm. So, yeah, I've got one vein, so it's kind of that vein, but on that hand. Pretty much the only place you can get blood out of me. So, yeah, this was my third visit to the practice, and third time's a charm, as they say. There was absolutely no problem getting the blood this time, unlike the previous 2 occasions. So there we go. So that was simply how I did that. So now we're just going to have the fun of decorating. So that's going to be the front. So I want a bit of a statement on the front. So got sort of a mixture of browns and vintage looking things. So there's a bit of me that thinks a little door knocker. It's not a door knocker, it's a keyhole. I might put a bit vintage photo on the middle there. I could have cut that out, but I didn't. And then we've got a key. It would have been better if the key went the other way, wouldn't it, really? But, you know, it doesn't, so that's just the way it is. So I've got a key. Don't like the colour of that actually against that. What else? What else? What else? What else? I like that. This was a little bit of jewellery on a jewellery page, which I quite liked. Got lots of different clocks and things. Do you know? Kind of had it in my head how I was going to go with this. That comes over the side a little bit. Like that. What about a bit of... What about a clock? I'm proper deliberating, which is not normal. Not normal for me. Should have a bit of a clock. Might have a smaller clock. Don't want clock. I've got... I cut on one of these. Dream World. Bit of a dream world. Going through. Yeah, I think I might do that. But I've put the thingy in the top of there. I want a bit of this in. So there's my skizzers. I might just put this in. Not really going to do anything else except that. Maybe trim a bit off the top. Yeah. It'll do. Right, let's stick that down. I'm hoping that don't take so long about the other bits. And then this can go with all the other... Never made a steampunk journal. I have made things, but not not finished them. Now I've got to make sure I got it the right way up. Yeah, that's 12 there. Just feels like that. Oh no, that was the bottom of the clock. This was a clock, and I took the bottom bit off it. No, that was the top. But that is the top. Oh well. Maybe in the picture. No, that was the bottom, Jez. Looking at the picture, completely wrong. And yeah, that was the base of the clock there. Right. Stick you there. I'm changing my mind, as I'm apt to do. I might go for a little explore. I just printed these myself. I might do that. Yeah, like that. I keep thinking about putting some freebie words up on Ko-fi. Don't know if anybody be interested. I've done a few in different ways, in different colours. I've got some Christmas ones somewhere. I thought they were nearby that I could just show you. You might have seen me using them at different times. I just make them quite easily. But I know some people it wouldn't be easy. So there we go. I think that'll do nicely for the front. And then we've got the inside. Now I did have a little thought, that's like a little corner pocket. Now I could either keep it as a pocket, as an extra little tuck, I could put something in later, in which case I want to get rid of that offensive white, so I think I might do that. Then I've got the option for choose to or not. Got an itchy nose. What does that mean? Is that a row? Oh, proper itchy nose. I hope not. I don't often have rows. Well, unless it's me. Unless it's me energy company, and then I might row with them. So I like that. I think that's really cool. And then we've got 4. We've got different numbers. That's the same number there. I'd prefer if it was different. But there we go. 414. What's that? Almost the very first phone number I ever had. Got my glasses down, put them up, Jess. Right, I like these funny dials. They are very cool. Let's get them the right way up now. You've got your glasses back on. That way. I think. Right. So, I'll have you. Like that one. Have you there. I'm thinking I want just the centre of that. Can I get just the centre of that? Yeah, you can. Cooking on gas. I must have every like 1/4 of an inch, if not an 1/8 of an inch, up from 1/2 an inch. Well, actually even less if you count my copper dial. I do go a 1/16 and an 1/8, isn't it? And then I haven't got 1/4 of an inch, I don't think. Oh, so I might have actually. And then I've got 1/2 an inch, and then I've got 3/4, and then I got 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2. I've got 1 3/8. Yeah, I might stick you there. So, shall we have engine, gears, clock. Don't have to have a number, I can just cover that number there. Yeah, I like that. I think we'll do that. We'll just stick these down. Right, now, do I want to put something on there? Kind of the wrong colour, Jez. If I'm honest, kind of the wrong colour. So, don't want that. Oh, quite like that. Admit one with the glasses on it. Yeah, can I have that with with a hat on. That's so cool. I think I'm going to do it. I think we're going to do that. I like it. Stick that down. There was a few little hats like that in my little Victorian book. And there was some glasses like this with eyes in. But put it down a bit. But oh yeah, the glasses with the eyes in were far too big, so that weren't happening. This one didn't come from that book though. I'll be able to tell because there's nothing printed on the other side. I got this from another source. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. That's so cute. That's so very, very cute. Some of these I had printed on the other side. Stick another one in there. Anyway, leave that for the moment. Right, so they're done. I like them. Might put something on there. Leave the back plain. So I don't want something on there. I could just stick E on there. Stick him on there. With that. Oh, I like that as well. I might put that on a tag. The light bulb on there. No. No, no, and actually no. No, what about a number? 4 seems to be the number, doesn't it? I might do that. Something like that. These hot air balloons always make me think of Round the World in 80 Days. Phileas Fogg. Impossible. Do you know? I'm going to cut the hand. Rather than have the label around it. Yeah, I prefer that. I think that's better. There we go. So we've got that pointing that way and you open it up, I'm pointing that way. Yeah, so let's just decorate me tags. So I think I'll lay them out and then I like you. So I just put you on there. You're quite cool. Got a few clocks. Clock in the middle of a clock. Love it. Should we do another clock? I did cut them out with the intention of using them, but I did like them. We have you. No. yeah, I think that is where I'm going with that. So I'm just going to stick them down before I change my mind. There we are, that's them all done. Just realised I'm a little bit squiff there. I'll be squiff for the whole video, so I don't know why I'm. But anyway, there we go. So let's put these in here where they belong. So that little one, go down there. Does look a little bit like the top hats on top of that. I like that. One of these is ever so slightly wider, and that one goes in there. Let's put a bit more up there, so that corner can be down. Don't want that catching. I'll go down the middle. And then that one can go in the side there. So they're all, I've just left them plain on the back. Easy for writing on. So we can put something in there at a later date. There we go, and now it's got things on it. It is now. I am just going to take a bit off this because it's now catching a tad. There, you can see, bending up a little bit. So I'll just take a little bit off. Take that out. I was supposed to do that because that was stopping that being straight at the top. There we go. Take that little sliver off. It's not catching anymore. It of course now needs that edge to be inked. Stick you in. Yeah, that's better. So you might find you need to do that. There we go. So I've used a one-sided sheet of paper. You could use a digital that you would only need to print on the one side, and then it just needs something to tie it with. I'm looking around. I think I'm just going to use a bit of this for now. Actually, can't find the end. Totally lost the end. There's an end. That'll do. That'll do. So I am just going to wrap that around like so. And I'll just tie it. That is my take on Julie from Capelia Crafts. Little one sheet wonder using A4 or US letter size. There we go. So that was my prototype. So that's US letter size. You see the difference. So US letter, a little bit taller, a little bit narrower, because US is wider and shorter than A4 paper, so you get a slightly different size. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'll link to Julie's video down below so you can go and watch her as well, and I'll be back very soon with something else. So bye for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe.